I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on GBM, we're featuring a wonderful author. Her name is Mara Aurora, and her uplifting children's book, Faucet, for We All Have the Power to Glow, inspired by her 2 decades supporting kids with diverse needs. This story turns fear of the unknown into adventure, powered by courage, friendship, and self-belief. If you're a parent, educator, or anyone who loves positive children's books about confidence and resilience, you'll want to hear this interview, and you'll want to pick up this book. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her on TV today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Mara, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time and thank you for your talent in producing this wonderful book. Why did you choose the name Faucet for this character, and what does it symbolize?
Absolutely. So if you think about a faucet and you think about life flowing, water flowing out of it, and the character, the way that he looks, he has a trumpet on his head. And that represents communication, it represents announcements, it represents significant events, things that will occur in our lives, and even fear of the unknown, as you mentioned.
Wonderful. The boy has power he hasn't experienced yet. Talk
That's
to us a
right.
little bit about power for kids.
Absolutely. We all have, and like you said with kids, we all have a power within ourselves, and we just need to find a way to really activate it because this book really is about resilience. It's about empowerment. It's about activating your ability. And you think about either your first day of school as a child or your first day of work, a new job, you completely shift gears and you try something different. It really is about fear of the unknown, to know what's going to happen and not know what's going to happen.
Exactly. And that kind of
Mhm.
plagues us at all ages, the fear of the
Oh, yes.
unknown. Yeah, without
Yes.
a doubt. Give the folks at home an overview of the book, a little bit of what the story's about.
Absolutely. Without giving everything away, I will say that how it starts off is a little boy. He's sleeping in his bed. He's all tucked in. Mom tucked him in, and he's ready to just be done for the night and wake up in the morning. But before that happens, he meets this quirky little character who takes him on this journey. And it's really about that, it's the interdependence. It's one helping the other. And as they go on the journey together, not only does the boy is he able to fight the unknown and the fears that he may have, he realizes this amazing ability that he has within himself to be able to really change a perspective. And Fawcett, who's not even the main character, and the antagonist is actually fear, Fawcett's able to find his best friend. So there's this reuniting happening, and then again, the little boy faces his fears and he can go back to school and say, you know what? I was able to face this fear. Never mind, it was a dream. Maybe it wasn't a dream. So that's really the part one of the story of Fawcett.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Mhm.
Why did you choose to make it a dream or something that is possibly a dream?
Well, when my boys were little, we always would read books. And one night I said, you know what, let's kind of create our own character, something different. We were trying to think of all these crazy names. And I said, what about a faucet? They're like, wait a second. And by the way,
Mhm.
they're 19 and 17 now, so they were little
Right.
at that time.
Yeah.
And they chuckled. They're like, what do you mean a faucet? Like a faucet, like water that comes out of a faucet? Yeah, something different like that. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So that was that different name that was just silly and just kind of unforgettable in that way.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Fawcett looks unlike anyone the boy
Yes.
knows. What message do you
Yes.
want kids to take away from that about differences?
So absolutely. Mr. Crawford, I really love that you mentioned that. I've never been asked that. That is so
Thank you.
unique. So the fact that we are all different, we all have a strength and a power within ourselves, but we really are different. We come from different walks of life. We're at different ages, and we have so much to give. This is that interdependence again. Not, one person may feel like they're smarter than another person, and this person is, you know, more brave than the other person, you know what? Again, we all have something to give
Mm,
as a community.
yeah. And Fawcett's
Mhm.
kind. Talk to
He
us
sure
about his
is.
kindness and
Yeah.
how kids can sense that.
Yeah, he is very kind. He has this, in the audible, you hear his silly little laugh, and he is a very loving little character. And he's telling this boy, "Come with me." It could really be any boy or any girl. Come with me on this journey. And the little boy doesn't even know
Mhm.
Fawcett, but suddenly somehow they recognize each other, even though they've never met. And so I think with Fawcett's crazy looking face, different looking, we'll say different. We won't say, I shouldn't say crazy, but
Yeah.
unique, unlike any other. Something about his face just shows love, just gives that
Mhm.
expression of just peace.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of different for kids, which I feel like kids really need that right
Yeah.
now. People need that.
Why was it important that Fawcett needs the boy's help and not the other way around?
Oh, because something within that little boy was going to help him through his journey.
Mm,
Something within him that he didn't even realize that he had.
mm.
So, something that I think, again, all little kids can realize because they may see themselves as average.
Right.
I'm average when really you're not
Right.
because you're here for a reason.
Exactly, exactly. Like you said,
Mhm.
we all have gifts, we all have powers, we all have talents that
Absolutely.
are unknown often to ourselves. What does the
Absolutely.
adventure teach about teamwork and being needed?
The teamwork and being needed, it's really about having each other to grow. They're working with kids with disabilities for 22 years of my life. I saw families struggle, and me telling them, you know what? Your child is special, and
Mm,
there is something incredible. There is a strength within your child. And I think that with Fawcett and the little boy, there was that strength that they actually both carried, but in different ways. But together, it was this parallel universe that came together.
mm,
And somehow, together, 50% this person, 50% that person, together,
mhm.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Mhm,
your background in working with children, children with
mhm,
special needs, children with
mhm,
autism,
mhm.
obviously helped you create characters that children need to know about, characters
Yes,
that are different, characters that are kind, and how they can all overcome obstacles in their lives.
right.
What's one small glow moment that you hope families talk about after reading the book?
Ooh, I think for them to realize again that we have to activate within ourselves. We have to realize that, maybe this little child can draw.
Mm,
Maybe they struggle just sitting because they want to move around so much, in their classroom, but they have this ability to draw. And so, and I actually did also do the illustrations in
wow.
my book. And so I think just really captivating that and helping them to develop that strength. So really
Mm,
I'm very big about strength-based parenting. It's about character and ability. And I think that's where just that alone will really help the child to be able to understand, okay, I may be struggling with this right now. I'll get to that. I'll get
yeah,
to that. But right now, this is my passion is drawing.
yeah,
So just as,
wonderful.
as an example.
Yeah, exactly. Wonderful.
Mhm.
Who's your target audience for this book? How old should the children be? That kind of thing.
Absolutely. So I would say about 2 to 9 years of age, not excluding anyone, but definitely probably close to that age, but adults as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And it'll spark good conversations with parents and children,
Absolutely.
I think. I mean, if a child has a classmate who is different, who is struggling, I think the kindness that Fawcett shows will be great values that the children can pick up on. What are some of the lessons that you hope kids take away from the book?
Absolutely. I hope that kids start to draw close to not only their passion of learning and of collecting memories and wanting to learn more about other people and other cultures, but also even having a love for science.
Mm.
Having a love for, again, connection. You'll see the Earth's elements in my book that shows water, it shows fire. It really tries to connect so that teachers can also connect to it and educators as well.
Wonderful. Have you envisioned this book as a video or something like that to maybe even reach a
Oh,
broader
yeah.
audience? Yeah, tell us a little bit about
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. I would actually love to. I would love for that to happen because I feel like Fawcett alone is because he's such a quirky character, he alone would just be such a silly little guy. We can call him a guy, whatever the
Yeah.
character is, something
Yeah.
very unique that could make that connection with others. But I could see him as a animated film 100%, bringing in more characters as I plan to add more characters in the future.
Wonderful. Which I was
Mhm.
just about to ask you, will
Yeah.
Fawcett return or do you have new
Oh,
characters in
yeah.
mind? Talk to us a little bit about your vision
Abs
for a series.
Absolutely. So with my boys, we had him go on different adventures almost every night. And so this was just one adventure. And I started to write the second one. I actually wrote that one already. And so he then goes on to this, other adventure, and it's a little bit longer. And so it's continuous adventures, but continuous obstacles that we
Mm.
have to overcome in life.
Yeah.
But definitely different, but the same
Wonderful.
character.
Wonderful. Such an empowering message, such an important book. And we're
Thank
looking
you.
forward to new episodes coming, new parts of the series. The name of the book we've been talking about today is called Faucet, for We All Have the Power to Glow. It is a heartwarming reminder that courage, friendship, and confidence can help every child shine through the fear of the unknown. Mara, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you so much. I have such a love for Faucet for We All Have the Power to Glow by Mara Aurora, and I thank you. And I do also have all of my social media, if I can mention that,
Sure, I'd love to
Mr.
hear it.
Cropper. Okay,
Yep.
I have TikTok Faucet 2023. Follow on that. My email is maraauraauthor@gmail.com. And on Instagram and Facebook, Mara Aurora Author. It's also available on ebook and Audible.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for that great information.
Thank you.
Glad you added it. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on the Global Book Network. And Mara, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you so much for your time. I
I'm looking,
appreciate you.
I appreciate your time, your talent, and the wonderful work you've done on this book.